This morning I was watching TV and there were some gunshots at the White House press corps dinner. And it's a ceremony traditionally the president and vice president attend. And when the gunshots rang out, you should have seen the Secret Service people bundling the president and the vice president out. And so I'm sure today our security have taken extra precaution because two of us are here. But let me come back to Apostles' theme, and that is, why are we all here? It's because of the name that our friend, our brother, our father, Julius has made. Like he said, I met him a little way back when he was Eastern Regional Chairman of our party. And at the time, I had been made vice president. No, I've been made running mate, and so I went with him to campaign. And I took note of his calm nature, efficiency, affable friendliness. He commanded the executive in Eastern Region, not because they were afraid of him, but because they respected him. And so I had government as my minister. I'd become a bit frustrated with local government. There was too much technocracy there. And I wanted a certain thing done, street naming and house numbering. And so I looked around and I said, look, I know the person who can do this. And so I sent Julius to the local government ministry. In 3 months, anywhere in the country I went, there were street names, house numbers. And so when I needed a chief of staff, it was not very difficult for me to decide who it was. He's been a friend, he's been loyal, and I'm sure that all of you, when his name is mentioned, you have something to say about him. He's efficient, he's hardworking, he's kind, he's generous. Julius will share his last resource with anybody who comes up to him. And so we all have good things to say about his name, and that's why we're all gathered here to celebrate him at 60. From now, you are 60 and above. You are supposed to behave in a certain way, no more asaboni dancing. And as Apostle Nyamekye said, you must behave nobly and walk gently and do everything like a senior citizen. So thank you very much, everybody who has come here. God richly bless you. Thank you.
Please, let's celebrate our president.
Our colleagues, Dr. Mayor, slip a bit against me. And I want on this occasion to commemorate my birthday, to let the heritage forgive us. It was just a slip. It wasn't intentionally done to malign our church. I believe sincerely that you will forgive her and forgive us and accept her as your children. God will you bless her.
We want to pray for the chief of staff. As for this lady, she has made me more popular. Yeah. With people like that, I don't think about them. Yeah, because she just made our church and myself more popular. If I held anything against her, like standing here to speak for 45 minutes, I would have said something about her. But I think that we all have our opinions on issues. And so let's just forget about this. So I've forgiven her. So don't worry. I want your heart to be to rest and enjoy this day. Yeah. Shall we rise in prayer?
To be very honest with you, he wasn't my friend. I was just his worker. And then one day he decided to make me his local government minister. So that was the first time I had a very close encounter with him. And I went to ask him, Your Excellency, please, what does that you want me to do as local government? And then he gave me my matches on this. Ever since, we became friends. And one thing that I believe will amaze those of you, anywhere in this when we travel, he ensures that I stay in the same house with him. He never allowed me to stay in a hotel. And even when we stay in a hotel, he ensures that either my room is next to his or my room is directly opposite him. Mr. President, thank you for making me do I am today. President Mahama congratulating his wife, Mama Nodina. Such a fantastic lady. What I like about her is that every time I'm fearing of, she calls me and says, "Who knows so be to make a job?" So I ask her and so we become like siblings. Let me also turn to the leadership of my church, Church of Pentecost. To have the chairman of Pentecost worldwide to deliver the sermon on your birthday. We need to give me any better gift than this. More so, the topic we chose for the sermon, I believe, is something that is very, very important to us. I was brought up in a village where there was no electricity until I left this home. So we learned a lot of these things about ethics. But when I look up to God, I say, God, who am I? Poor village boy to end up as the chief of staff to a very knowledgeable, intelligent, smart president. Not only on one occasion, but on two occasions. Those of us in politics will tell you why. It's one of the most serious areas to play. Either your friends are helping you out, they are gossiping about you, they are lying about you. Today, President Mahama has still no answer to me as to why he chose me as his chief of staff. I believe that academically, experience and other things, there could have been a lot of other options, but he chose to make me the chief of staff. Allow me to lead this transition where we're exiting power, and allowing me to lead this transition where we're coming again. I thought maybe you were going to send me to Ministry of Agriculture, but that was the truth. And then one morning he called me again and said, "What brother? This is a visa. Beside the chief of staff. Please thank me for this." My vice president, Matthew, she's more than a mother, a big sister, and everything to me. Every now and then she will call me and then immediately say,